What if Superman was a villain and not a hero? It would be bad. Oh, it'd be really bad.
I want to do good, Mom. I do.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the day. You know what? This ain't gonna do it for this review. Hold on. Okay, that's a lot better. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dave Cave. I, as always, am Dave. Now, before we go any further, if you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button to stay on top of all things horror and heroes coming fresh out of the Dave Cave. Now, today we are talking a movie that begs the question, what if Superman was a supervillain? And that movie is Brightburn. Brightburn was directed by Dave Urofsky, stars Elizabeth Banks, Dave Denman, and Jackson A. Dunn as Brandon. Brightburn follows the story of Kyle and Tori Beyer, who, after an indeterminate, but you get an idea that it's a pretty lengthy time of infertility and having trouble having children, find a pod that has a baby that has crash landed from space in their backyard. And they name that baby Brandon. They live in Brightburn, Kansas, and Kyle is a farmer. Yes, there are a million different parallels between this story and the Superman story. Smallville, Kansas. They're the Byers, not the Kents. Brandon, not Clark. But damn, it is a carbon copy. But it's not that distracting, and it really is okay. It really, don't worry about that. So the film opens up and you get this little montage of Brandon as a baby. And really pretty quickly, you get a good sense of the family chemistry. They are a solid family unit. All Brandon is adopted. That's really all he is to these people. They don't have any kind of qualms about him being super or not super. You don't get really any of that until one night Brandon goes sleepwalking and the whole story picks up from there. And while them as a trio are very solid, have very good chemistry, the three of them, Jackson A. Dunn absolutely steals the show in this movie. He plays sweet and innocent and awesome and just this great little 12-year-old boy so perfectly. And that's so perfectly mirrored and just cracked and distorted and just destroyed when he becomes, for lack of a better word, this Brightburn character. When he goes bad, he plays that so just perfect and creepy. He was made for this role. It was absolutely perfect. They should not have cast anyone else to be the kid in this movie. Jackson A. Dunn, well done, little man. Now, you might be asking yourself, if he's not sent here to be some kind of savior, and he actually does kind of go bad, what causes him to go bad? Why is he here? They explain it very subtly, but very perfectly, in a classroom scene where Brandon explains the nature of wasps versus bees. Pay attention for that, because that is exactly why he is here, and it's perfect. I loved it. I loved how subtle it was, but if you pick up on it, you're like, oh yeah, makes perfect sense. Foreshadows a little bit of what's going to happen in the movie, but not a ton. But you know that what's coming, it is not good at all. And what this movie succeeds so well at is building tension. And the way you get this built tension is they play on the fact that this kid has Superman's abilities. You have these old movies where a killer's here, but he's not really there because he's there. And you play on the, oh, she must have saw, this guy here, but then he was actually over there, but then he was actually here. No, in Brightburn, you can get that he is there. And then he's there, 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 because he's Superman. He's that fast. Obviously, they don't call him Superman, but this boy has all of Superman's abilities, and they use that. Terrifyingly use that. For my money, though, there were a few too many jump scares, and I understand that you can do that. You can do that really well with these abilities, but I really could have done with a couple less. Some of them are very predictable. You know that they're going to happen. There's a build up to them, but then sometimes it's a diffuse and sometimes it's a jump. They play it back and forth pretty well, but I would have preferred that the terror and the fear of Brandon come out of the use of his abilities. And I don't mean just to be able to, run behind somebody and scare them, or be there but not be there, be not be there. I would have preferred that the terror that we as an audience experience come out of the fact that really, if he wanted to, he could grab your arms, rip them off, and kill you with them. Unfortunately, you don't get that kill, but you get some other very gnarly kills in this movie, and they are awesome. Now, that said, this movie was very surprisingly brutal. Now, I understand that he is Superman. He can mess up a human. I didn't expect them to go as hard in the paint as they went with some of these kills. They go hard. This movie is gory. It really picks up. It gets bloody. It gets messy. It gets damn very solidly. This kid doesn't give a damn. Once he realizes that he has the powers he does, it is just, oh, man, this kid does not give a shit, and it's awesome. And I'm not going to spoil any of the kills that happen in this movie because I want you guys to see them for yourselves, but just know that if you imagine Superman killing somebody in a certain way, he probably does it in this movie. And it's done very well. The visual effects are awesome. The CG is seamless. Nothing seems cartoony. Nothing seems ridiculous. It makes sense because you can accept that this kid is Superman. Some of the kills literally just had me sitting there just, whoa. Oh, whoa. Okay. That's where we're going. Okay. All right. I love it. I love that they had the balls. But damn, was I not expecting it. And really, I only had one gripe about this movie. One. Just one. And it has to deal with the way one character makes one choice in this movie. If you want to know what that is, wait around till after my send-off and I'll tell you exactly what it is because it is just dumb as hell, but it made for an interesting scene. So yeah, overall I would say I enjoyed this movie a lot. It was very smart. It played on what it needed to play on very well. It took some of the notes that you would expect it to take. It would take some of the notes that you didn't expect it to take, and it just made it its own. It is very well put together. It's very well acted. I enjoyed everybody's performance in this movie. Some of them are cookie cutter, but they fit. No one is goofy. No one is silly. No one is not good. Everybody nails their part, especially the Beyer family. All three of them, well done. And in terms of making a well-told Superman supervillain horror movie, mission absolutely accomplished. So, what did you guys think of Brightburn? Hit the comments below. Let me know what you thought and when you're going to see it if you haven't seen it already. And also, while you're down there, let me know what superhero origin story would you like to see turned into a horror movie. I think Batman would be pretty goddamn terrifying if you ask me. Hit the comments. Let me know. Okay, that is going to do it for me today. For those of you that are waiting to see what my one gripe about this movie is, we're getting there. Just hold on. For those of you that don't want to know and want to get out of here, on your way out, please don't forget to check me out on Instagram and Twitter at @TheDaveCave_. I post there when I'm not posting here. Thank you so much, as always, for stopping by the Dave Cave. For those of you heading out, take care. See you very soon. All right, this is your last chance to get out of here. 3, 2, 1. Spoiler time. Okay, my one gripe about this movie is when Brandon's uncle Noah finds him in the closet and tries to take him home to his parents. Okay? And then the kid goes full Superman on him. And then Noah gets in his car and drives away, leaving his wife with this super kid that just threw him up against a garage. Yes, it leads into the first very bloody, very gory scene of the movie. But it doesn't make sense. Why would you leave your wife if this kid was just going full just nuts? You'd wake her up and try to take her with you. Doesn't make sense at all, but it allows him to just be the one that's killed, and then it allows for more plot lines to progress from there, but he wouldn't leave her. He wouldn't leave his wife to die potentially to this kid that just went apeshit Superman on him and threw him into the garage. So yeah, really that's the only gripe I had about this movie. The rest of it I thoroughly enjoyed. It was a well put together horror movie based around superhero powers. Well done, guys. I cannot wait to put it up on the wall. And thank all of you who stuck around to hear me bitch about the one thing about this movie. I'm getting out of here. You go see the movie. I will see you all very soon. Thank you for stopping by. Take care.